Hi guys! If you are watching and tuning in, hello. I'm just making sure that everything is sort of set up properly. Yeah. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to have a little chat in the chat. So I'm working on Riley, the Border Terrier. If any of you are following over from Facebook the other day, you will have seen that I was working on the fur on Riley here. Hi! Yes, I decided to live stream on the Friday rather than the Saturday because I felt like it. I just felt like live streaming. It's been a while since YouTube as well, live stream, so I thought I'd give it a go. Could you let me know whether the audio and everything is okay? I haven't actually had a chance to check that everything is working 100%. That's good, thank you. Yeah, I'm using my SLR because the can use the actual software for it. So everything's in focus. You won't get anything sort of manually or automatically focusing all the time. Just going to share this on Facebook, just a quick minute. There we go. I had a much better day today, actually. Thank you. James had a very, very good day. he slept most of the morning, so I managed to get some recordings done for a change. How was your morning and day? I bet you're excited about the Venga Boys tomorrow. You got the CD out and laid it on your iPod. Well, that's good. All prepared. Yes, the Venga Boys are coming. That's going to be in my head now. So you're mainly going for steps or just purely just because it's the Venga Boys? Steps are the reason you're going. I hope they play some of their like older stuff, because I know they've got newer stuff out, haven't they? Not as good in my opinion. Hi Marie. Do I use solvent or do I always burnish? I do use solvent every now and then. I use my Zest-It solvent. I do actually have some Gamsol somewhere, but I have no idea where that's gone. But yeah, I sometimes use solvent, but not on commission pieces. So this piece I won't use any solvent on. I just do some burnishing to blend on this piece. But on personal pieces, wildlife pieces and things, I don't mind using solvent on it. A third new and the rest older. Well, that's okay. Why don't I use it on commissions? Well, I don't really know. I think it's because I'm a little bit worried that it's gonna not last as long as as when I don't use a solvent. Because yeah, there's been a bit of a question about the actual archival qualities of the Zest-It and whether they are genuinely archival for as long as the pencils are. So I don't want to risk something fading or yellowing or anything on a commission that someone has paid me money and commissioned me to do. But on wildlife pieces I don't usually sell them, I just do prints, so I don't really mind using Zest-It on it if I'm not going to sell it. Yeah, I liked Claire as well. I liked Lisa, I wasn't so much a fan of Faye. Yeah, if you actually look on Zest-It's website, there's actually nothing on there about the archival qualities of it, which is what made me question whether it has a long enough longevity to use it for commissions, which is why I don't tend to use it. But yeah, personal pieces I love using it for. They put me down as a Lisa lover. I do like Lisa. I wouldn't stop using it. If you want to use it, then use it. But if you have any questions about the archival qualities, then email Zest-It. I'm just sort of basing that off of what the feedback I've had from other artists as well about it. But it is a good product, but I don't know whether they've updated the archival qualities of it on their website at all. Haven't actually checked. Oh, get you, Rachel. You're like a steps groupie. Yeah, do some research. Just have a look on their website, have a little browse, and if there's no information on there, then email. The lady's name's Jackie, one of the owners of it. She's really lovely. She's the one that sent me the sample of it. It's a good product. I wouldn't stop using it because it is a good product. I don't know how long ago I've used Zest It, but I've got a few pieces here that are a couple years old that I know that I've used it on, and nothing's faded or anything, so it's just like lasting for over 75 years. Obviously it hasn't been around that long, so you can't really test or see if it actually lasts that long, because obviously the product hasn't been developed for that long. She follows you on Twitter. Yeah. Did you fangirl out? Did you have a moment? No problem, Marie. I know a lot of people do love Zest It and solvent blending. So do you have like backstage access when you go, or just gonna try and meet them again? I'm still working on that part. You started in July. How long has it taken me? Well, I got a notification on my personal Facebook page that I've actually been doing pet portrait commissions for 5 years. So I've been working with coloured pencils for 5 years. Before that, I was working with oils that just weren't a good fit for me. It's not actually all that long. I always think that 5 years isn't that long, but I suppose it is a fair old time. Oh, I really need a pencil extender for this pencil. It's getting a bit difficult to sharpen. Let me see if I can find one quick. Nope, I think I've used them all. I'll have to steal one. Oh, that's nice. Did a pencil drawing. I kind of want to do a pencil drawing for one of the YouTubers that I follow. But I'm too scared. Purchase some pan pastels. I really want to try pan pastels. I see a lot of people trying them at the moment, and I just think, oh, I just want to give them a go because they look so nice. But I don't know if I can warrant spending the amount that they are because they're expensive. I don't want to buy them and then only use them a couple times because they are expensive just to do that with. So. Oh, that's kind of nice to know that a celebrity like Claire Richards would be looking at your drawing. You buy a tester for £20 from Jackson's. That's not a bad price. Still quite expensive though. Oh, they laugh at you. I don't think it's laughable. Everybody's got to have something that they fangirl or just sort of fan out about. Yeah, you're right. It does make sense to trial if you're gonna look at a new material to invest in. You want to make sure that you trial it rather than buy a full-on set. Yeah, they're just jealous that of your love of steps. am really glad that I only have one ear to draw, because all of this fur that's overlapping this ear is driving me mental. He chose to travel seeing them instead of drinking whilst at uni. That is a good alternative to drinking. Oh, don't want to move the whole thing then. I keep getting confused where my reference picture is. Keep looking at my Mac screen, but it's not on there, it's on my iPad today. There's too many programs running on my Mac screen that need to be open for me to have Photoshop, so I have to use my little old iPad. Wow, that is a fair old distance, just travelled the whole country. Drawing a shaggy dog. It started by doing the darkest areas, yeah. That's what I've just done. I've just sort of mapped out where the darkest bits are. And then obviously put my base layer down first, then going in with my mid-tones to blend it all together. Nutter alert. I wouldn't say you're a nutter, just healthily obsessed. Yeah, I always do base tones before I do dark, so I put down 1 or 2 layers of the light colours, and then I go in and add the darkest parts, and then add the mid-tones, and then shade up to the dark parts again. ever get commissions for birds? No. Never. Be something that I'd really like to draw though. Like I've drawn, obviously I'm drawing a robin at the moment, and I'm just starting to outline a kestrel as well. But never a commission for a bird. Not many horses either. Just mainly dogs. Well, and I did that massive portrait of those 7 cats, sorry. Apart from those, it's mainly just dogs. I'd love to draw some horses again though. I love doing the horse commissions. They're so different, especially when they've got like all the bridle and everything. I think that's what you call it. I'm not really a horsey person, so. Hopefully the ear sort of looks like more velvety than the face does at the moment. Just need to do the rest of the ear, which is a little bit difficult because this one's sort of covered by a bluebell. I should really go and take some photos of the horses down the road. Then I can just draw them when I want to. Yeah, they do look great. All nice and posh with their little horse frocks on. Yeah, Alice's cat's eye. Oh dear. The speck is not on the reference photo. So when she said it, I was just like, there's a speck? Definitely no speck on the photo I'm working from. I can kind of make out, I think it's sort of ginger on top all the way along, and then it's nice and dark underneath. I'll do it that way, and then I will ask for a photo or send an image over just to confirm that it is okay. can't remember what photos were in there. I'll have to have another look. I used your Labrador picture for my silhouette painting, though. Except I changed the tail ever so slightly and made it so it's sticking up rather than down. Yeah, like usually when you see like dogs posed at shows and things, they've got their tail up. So I just made it sort of look like that. Just my husband's parents have got a Labrador, so sort of remembered how her tail was as well. I was looking at my stats from when I last broadcast live on YouTube, and I last did one in December last year. That is shocking. It's been almost a year since I have live streamed from YouTube. That's really bad. They are a little bit more stable. The lighter colours are more stable than the darker colours. I suppose it's sort of the same when you put down really heavy dark layers of graphite, it smudges more easier than the lighter ones. Like when I've been working on black dogs, I have to make sure that I have my hand on something like this just a scrap piece of paper, because otherwise you can smudge all the dark parts. So when I'm working on a really dark black dog, it happens more often. It's mainly just to keep also the rest of the paper white, because that tends to get pretty mucky as well. I wouldn't say that coloured pencils are as bad as graphite though. That's one of the reasons I don't really like to use graphite, is because I always end up getting a dirty hand. You haven't drawn for 2 years. That's really bad. You should get out some pencils and start doing some drawing. I couldn't not draw for that long. The longest time I went was 2 weeks when I first had James. I decided to take 2 weeks off, not do anything, and by a couple of days in I was just like, right, when can I draw again? Did not last long. I did stick to my 2 weeks off though. You need to sort your stuff out and get your new desk set up. Definitely need to. I need to actually move my desk. At the moment it's in the spare room, which is James's room. And I need to move it into our bedroom because I want James to have his own room, because I want to buy him a teepee. And he can't have a teepee and play in it whilst my desk is in here, because it's only a small room. We need a 3-bedroom house now that we've bought a 2-bedroom house. We went from a 1-bedroom. We thought, yeah, we get a 2-bed, that'll be fine. Nope. I've now lost my drawing space. But it gets replaced with a teepee. That's not bad. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we have a shed outside. It's not a woman shed though, it's a spider shed. Was aiming to utilise it, but because when we moved in the winter, we didn't really get a chance to sort of sort it out. And now the spiders have moved in, and both Simon and I are hella scared of spiders. So we're gonna have to wait until James is big enough to go and sort the spiders out. Yeah, the spiders are just like, oh, you've moved in, we'll move in as well, shall we? There's some big ones. There's one in our little porch, a little like sheltered thing above our front door, and we swear it's Aragog. It's huge. It shed its skin or whatever they do, and its carcass is just sort of dangling outside of our front door. It's hideous. I'm too scared to move it in case he comes out and gets me. So just, it's like some sort of house of horrors with these spider carcasses hanging outside. I'm sure when the postman visits every day, he's just like, what? Haven't they got rid of that yet? It's supposed to mean the area's dry. Okay, well, it might be dry, but I'd appreciate if we moved out. Hagrid would be devastated. It's actually huge. I dread to think what is living in there. Yeah, we're a couple of runs here. The ear is coming along nicely. It's starting to look nice and velvety now. It sort of doesn't look like much, and then all of a sudden everything sort of comes together. So nice when you get to that stage. Just need to do the other side now. I think the ear is pretty much all I'm going to get done in this live stream. I don't plan on streaming for a long time. Hi guys! If you are watching and tuning in, hello. I'm just making sure that everything is sort of set up properly. Yeah. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to have a little chat in the chat. So I'm working on Riley, the Border Terrier. If any of you are following over from Facebook the other day, you will have seen that I was working on the fur on Riley here. Hi! Yes, I decided to live stream on the Friday rather than the Saturday because I felt like it. I just felt like live streaming. It's been a while since YouTube as well live stream, so thought I'd give it a go. Could you let me know whether the audio and everything is okay? I haven't actually had a chance to check that everything is working 100%. Hi guys! If you are watching and tuning in, hello. I'm just making sure that everything is sort of set up properly. Yeah. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to have a little chat in the chat. So I'm working on Riley, the Border Terrier. If any of you are following over from Facebook the other day, you will have seen that I was working on the fur on Riley here. Hi. Yes, I decided to live stream on the Friday rather than the Saturday because I felt like it. I just felt like live streaming. It's been a while since YouTube as well, live stream, so thought I'd give it a go. Could you let me know whether the audio and everything is okay? I haven't actually had a chance to like check that everything is working 100%. Good. So if you want to get better, just put in some time and practice. You'll get there in no time. On Skype one day, possibly I might add it as like a Patreon thing, but not anytime soon because I have it's just really awkward with James being as small as he is. It's something that I have thought about before, like a short one-on-one Skype lesson, something, you know, that kind of thing. But at the moment it's just not practical for me at the moment. If you keep practicing with colour pencils, you'll get there. I promise you. Anyone can learn the skill. I learnt to do a lot of my techniques just through practicing, watching YouTube videos. Just looked at progress images of different artists and just looked at the type of lines that they were making, and I just sort of learned that way. I don't know, everybody learns differently. We learned about that in school. Everyone has a different type of learning, so I learned that way through looking. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, your comment about the boxer dog. I do have a reference picture. I'm going to do... What's I doing next? Oh yeah, I've got Riley, this dog here I'm doing some fur tutorials on. And then I don't have any other commissions before Christmas, so I have the reference picture of a boxer to draw, to do some wrinkles. Actually, I don't know if it's a boxer. It might be, oh, I can't think what it is. A bulldog. I think it's a bulldog. Yeah, it is. It's a bulldog that I've got a picture of. This is similar to a boxer. It's got wrinkles and things, so... If the pencils are expensive for you, opt for a cheaper brand, especially if you're just learning. You can learn techniques and all that with the cheaper brand pencils. I don't know if you watched my article video that I posted the other day, but I've got some Prismacolor pencils that I have, or that I was going to make some beginner type tutorials with, so sort of like art on a budget type thing. So I do plan on making, especially for YouTube, some tutorials with Prismacolors, because I know a lot of people wanting to learn have got Prismacolors, especially Americans as well. It's a very popular pencil. Whereabouts are you based? Because if you're in the UK, if you look at Pure Pencils, if you look on Google or on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, for Pure Pencils, they do polychromos, which is these pencils I'm using now, for 99p. I'm in Kent in the UK. So if you're in UK based, they do polychromos for 99p, which is actually quite budget friendly. And especially with my tutorials nowadays, I'm doing a pencil list, so I'm trying to stick to a set list of colours like these ones. These are the set colours which I have for this portrait. You're in Norway. I don't know whether Pure Pencils ship to Norway. You could have a look. They might do. The man that owns the shop, Gary, he's really nice. If you give him an email, he might ship to Norway. It's worth an email though, because if they're a lot cheaper than what you can get them elsewhere, definitely worth an ask. You only have access to Pablo, Luminance and Derwent. Yeah, the Luminance are expensive. Derwent aren't so bad, but then they're not the same sort of quality as the polychromos or anything. I think they're a lot softer, the Derwent Artist ones. Not actually tried them myself. Can I give you an email of him? Pure Pencil ship worldwide. There you go. I will. Sorry, I just need a quick drink. Let me just sorry. I inhaled and it's gone down the wrong way. Let me send you his website. That's the website for Pure Pencils. If you go on the contact us, you can send Gary an email. Yeah, the Pablo are cheaper, but they're not that bad like Fastness. They're quite decent pencils because Caran d'Ache make them, so they're not that bad. But yeah, if you want to use polychromos or anything, try Pure Pencils. So I'm just adding in the final few bits of the ear. Oh, that's a good deal. That's not a bad price for 3. Actually, that's really good for 3. Free delivery over £10, that's even better. There you go. Give those 2 places a try. Ooh. Cheaper than Jackson's. They sound good. I need that place. Do I use 2-star pencils and commissions? Yes, I use 2-star pencils. This one I'm using at the moment is 2-star pencil. I'm not so worried about using different star ratings of pencils, especially if they're polychromos or luminance, because I know that they're pretty good light fastness anyway. But I also protect my work with a fixative and things. I also tell my clients to, if I'm not framing for them, I also tell my clients to frame using a UV protective glass to help preserve it and even further, just for a little added protection. Yeah, it's not that they're not safe for light fastness, it's just obviously they're not as light fast as other pencils, so they will fade slightly quicker, but they're still good for the light fastness rating. I don't tend to use any sort of 1-star pencils or pencils on the lower end of the scale though, because they do tend to fade quite quickly. But taking extra steps to preserve your work, like using a fixative, will help last just that little bit longer as well. Okay, I think my playlist actually ended. Let me just get this up. Sorry if this there you go. Oh, Coloured Pencil Shop. Is that Elkie Wild? I can't remember her name. Is it Elkie? Yeah, Elkie Wild, but I can't remember her actual name. I think I'm friends with her on Facebook, actually. Oh my goodness, what is her name? That's really gonna bug me. Is it Emma? Emma Kerridge. Emma Kerridge. I looked her up. Yeah, I buy single stock Prismacolors from her. What's good but not expensive paper? Are you wanting to buy one in a pad, or are you wanting to buy it in like a big sheet, or don't you really mind? Because Fabriano is always good. This one I'm using at the moment. Also Strathmore is good paper, but if you buy both of those in pad format, they're not all that cheap. But if you buy the Imperial sheets, it works out a lot cheaper. Yeah, you can buy just like single sheets. They're 22 by 30 inches, so it's quite a big sheet, but you can, like, once it's delivered, you can cut it down into different sizes. But I think, is it the Fabriano a sheet, an Imperial sheet, is £3 for the 140 weight. I'm sure it's £3 something from Jackson's. But the Strathmore is a lot more expensive. I think it's £9 for a big sheet of that. If you wanted to get it quite cheap, I would suggest looking on Jackson's. They sometimes have a little paper sample pack as well. Look on Jackson's Art, Artist Papers, or have a look on Amazon. Yeah, I'd suggest the Fabriano then. They have started to sort out their issues they were having as well, so it's not quite as bad as it was. But yeah, you could just get a little sample paper pack, because that's really handy. It comes with loads of different types of papers, and then you can work on each one and see which one you like without buying a big pad or lots of sheets of it. Ooh. Strathmore 300. I have Strathmore 300 and 500 series. I've got both Strathmore vellum and plate, and I've got the 500 vellum and plate, and I've actually got a new one coming tomorrow, which is their new surface, which is semi-smooth. So I've got that coming tomorrow, so I'm really excited to try that one out. I'll be doing a review of that paper as well, so I'll let you know how I get on with that. How do you choose which paper to use for drawing? Well, it's quite easy for me actually. For commissions, I always use the Fabriano because I know that I get on with that paper. It's really nice and smooth. I know how many layers it can take. And it's generally the best, I find, for my type of fur technique. But other other drawings I tend to just sort of mix it up, so then I can really get to grips with different types of paper. So the robin that I'm working on, I'm actually using the Strathmore 500 plate for that. But I just generally like to change it up for different wildlife drawings and things. But if I know that I want to work on something that requires something quite smooth, then I tend to use a smoother surface paper. So I've been trying out some people portraits, and for that I've been using the Strathmore 500 plate because it's really nice and smooth, so you can get really nice evenly blended skin tone on that. Yeah, they're not expensive on Amazon, but yeah, sometimes postage on Amazon can be quite extortionate. Especially when something's not like Prime delivery. I have such a problem with Amazon and ordering something that's not Prime. If I see something on Amazon and it's not a Prime, I won't order it. Ah, you're welcome. I'm loving Strathmore papers at the moment, so I'm really excited to try the semi-smooth one. As soon as I get it, I'm going to do a small eye drawing again for YouTube and things, so I'm going to try that one out and then obviously do a paper review. I've got something really exciting which I'm looking forward to doing for the run up to Christmas as well, with different things. Okay, I think I'm happy with this ear. I've put a lot of layers down on this. I'm just trying to get it right, trying to get all these little tufts looking right. I need to add a few highlights, I think. Yes, love a good Prime account. I pay for Prime. My husband just leeches off of it. Well, I suppose we do live in the same household and we are married, but it's like, get off, it's my Prime account. Use my Prime. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for it to look really nice and silky. It needs a little bit of blending actually. Yeah, I want to get it nice and silky compared to the rest of the fur, because the rest of the fur is quite coarse looking. I need to work on it a little bit around here. I'm just going to blend it with the white. This bit's a little lighter anyway, so that's kind of good. Yeah. What's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. Put all the layers on with the same pressure. All the layers are made with the same pressure on the pencil throughout, yeah. That's why this white pencil is easy to go on over the top. So you can see it's leaving like a white overlay. The sound is low. Hold on a second. I'm sorry if this pops up over the screen. I was trying to calibrate my microphone properly. Let me see if I can change the input sound volume. Oh. Input. Here we go. Nope. Oh. Sorry, guys. I have no idea what's just happened to my sound. What did I do? Oh, okay. There you go. Am I burnishing with the white? Not burnishing, I'm just not pushing hard. I am sort of just using the same pressure as I was for the rest of the ear. Has that made any difference with sound? Yeah, just blending the colours, that's all I'm doing, just using the same sort of pressure. Okay, I'm actually going to stop in a second because I noticed that my battery sign is flashing at me on my camera, and it's almost 11 and it's almost time for James to have his wake him up and give him another feed. I seem louder. Good, that's better. I was trying to make sure that it was the right volume by listening with headphones into the microphone, but it seemed okay to me, but obviously just a little bit too quiet. So just the last few adjustments quickly. This is one of those times when I need to stop working so much on it, otherwise it's just going to... It just keeps going back and forth between being okay and then not okay. So I just need to find a time to stop and then come back to it. Yes, supper is running late. Well, it will be. I hate waking him up though to feed him, but obviously if I don't wake him up then he wakes up in the morning like really early, and I'd rather him sort of sleep through and us get a good night's sleep. So I just sort of wake him up, feed him, plop him back down. He's good to go until about 6:30 in the morning. So yeah, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to come back in the morning and look over it with some fresh eyes, make any adjustments if I need to. Yeah, and then work on the rest of the fur. So I don't know when I will do another YouTube live stream. If I decide to do one next week or anything, then I will schedule it so that you can get a notification if you're subscribed. But yeah, I will definitely do the sort of group coloured pencil drawing thing for the coloured pencil magazine. Whatchamacallit? Can't think. Competition with the baubles. I'll think about that over the weekend, come up with an idea, and then post about it next week sometime, so that there's enough time for everyone to draw along if they want to. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. Does he not wake up with the routine feeling of I need food? Yeah, he doesn't. Right, so this is Riley so far. I hope you've enjoyed watching this and have a little chat. I'll see you in another live stream, guys. It'll probably be a weekday, not a weekend. Weekends, I realise, are a bad idea. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye!